As artificial intelligence rapidly transforms our world, a troubling environmental cost has emerged largely outside public awareness. Today we're diving deep into the surprising resource demands of modern AI systems, from the massive carbon footprint of training large language models to the staggering water consumption of semiconductor manufacturing. Join us as we explore this unseen side of technology's cutting edge and examine potential solutions to ensure AI's benefits don't come at an unsustainable cost to our planet. Recent research from the University of Massachusetts Amherst has revealed a startling reality. Training a single large language model can emit as much carbon dioxide as 5 cars over their entire lifetimes. Let's put that into perspective with a concrete example. The 2023 training of GPT-4, one of the most advanced AI systems available today, consumed approximately 700,000 kilowatt-hours of electricity. This massive energy consumption produced roughly 300 metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalent, comparable to the annual emissions of 60 passenger vehicles. And this isn't just a one-time cost. The continuous operation of these models in data centers requires persistent cooling and computational power, creating an ongoing environmental burden. Microsoft's data centers supporting OpenAI operations alone consumed 700 million liters of water in 2022 just for cooling purposes. That's equivalent to the annual water usage of a city of 50,000 people. This scale of resource consumption has become so significant that researchers at Stanford University have developed a specialized metric called the AI Carbon Footprint Index, specifically to quantify the life cycle emissions of various AI models. What makes AI's energy consumption particularly concerning is its accelerating trajectory. According to a 2023 study published in the journal Nature Computational Science, the computational demands of AI training have been doubling approximately every 3.4 months since 2012. This rate far outpaces Moore's law, which historically described the doubling of computing power roughly every 2 years. This exponential growth means that without significant architectural innovations, the energy demands of next-generation models could increase by orders of magnitude. The most advanced models now being developed require specialized data centers with power capacities exceeding 100 megawatts, comparable to the energy needs of small cities. To visualize this growth, consider that in just over a decade, the computational requirements for state-of-the-art AI models have increased 300,000-fold. This isn't a gradual change, it's a vertical climb that shows no signs of slowing down. The most advanced models now require millions of dollars in electricity for a single training run, creating both economic and environmental challenges that will only intensify as AI capabilities continue to expand. Beyond energy consumption, AI infrastructure development has created unexpected pressure on water resources. The Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC, which produces chips essential for AI operations, used 156 million tons of water in 2022, a 19% increase from the previous year. What makes this particularly problematic is that this consumption occurred during Taiwan's worst drought in 56 years, creating tension between technological advancement and basic resource allocation. Manufacturing a single AI-optimized semiconductor chip requires between 2,000 and 5,000 liters of water. With demand for these specialized chips increasing exponentially, NVIDIA's market value surged past $2 trillion in 2023, primarily due to AI chip demand. Water consumption in semiconductor fabrication is projected to triple by 2030. The semiconductor water crisis extends beyond Taiwan. In Arizona, Intel's expansion of chip manufacturing facilities is projected to require 100 million gallons of water daily by 2025, drawing from already stressed aquifers in one of America's most drought-prone regions. This has prompted legal challenges from environmental groups and indigenous communities concerned about long-term water security. The water footprint becomes even more problematic when considering the ultra-pure water requirements of semiconductor fabrication. Water must be purified to such an extreme extent that up to 1.5 gallons of municipal water may be required to produce a single gallon of ultra-pure water suitable for chip manufacturing. Researchers at the University of Illinois have identified another hidden water cost that rarely makes headlines: the virtual water embedded in the global supply chain supporting AI infrastructure. When accounting for water used in raw material extraction, component manufacturing, and transportation, the total water footprint of AI hardware increases by approximately 40% beyond direct manufacturing requirements. This virtual water represents a significant hidden environmental cost that doesn't appear in traditional assessments. The concept of virtual water helps us understand the true resource demands of complex technological systems like AI. From the water used in mining rare earth minerals for specialized components, to the water required in the production of the sophisticated packaging materials that protect delicate chips during global shipping, every step of the AI supply chain has its own water footprint. These distributed impacts often occur in regions already experiencing water stress, creating environmental justice concerns that extend far beyond the visible footprint of data centers and chip fabrication facilities. A counterintuitive phenomenon known as Jevons Paradox is playing out in AI development. While individual AI operations are becoming more energy efficient, total energy consumption continues to rise dramatically. This occurs because efficiency improvements make AI more economically viable, leading to vastly expanded applications and deployment. The efficiency paradox manifests in surprising ways across industries. For instance, a 2023 analysis by researchers at Carnegie Mellon University found that AI-optimized logistics systems reduced fuel consumption per delivery by 17%, but simultaneously enabled a 28% increase in total deliveries, resulting in a net increase in emissions. Similarly, cloud providers have reported that while their AI-managed cooling systems have improved data center efficiency by up to 40%, the resulting cost savings have accelerated the deployment of new data centers, leading to higher absolute energy consumption. This pattern creates a challenging dynamic in which the expansion of use cases continually outpaces technological progress and efficiency. According to projections from the International Energy Agency, if current trends continue, AI-related electricity consumption could reach 3 to 8% of global electricity demand by 2030, comparable to the current electricity consumption of Japan, the world's third-largest economy. Faced with these environmental challenges, novel technical approaches are emerging. Google DeepMind recently developed a technique called sparse activation that selectively activates only relevant parts of neural networks for specific tasks, potentially reducing energy consumption by up to 70% for particular applications. This represents a fundamental shift in how AI systems process information, moving away from the brute force approach of activating entire networks regardless of the task at hand. Researchers at Zurich have proposed a carbon-aware training scheduler that automatically shifts intensive computational tasks to times and locations where renewable energy is abundant. Early implementations at cloud providers have demonstrated potential emissions reductions of 30 to 45% without significant performance penalties. This approach recognizes that when electricity is generated matters as much as how much is used. On the hardware front, companies like Graphcore and Cerebras are developing specialized AI chips that promise 10 to 15 times improvements in energy efficiency compared to conventional GPU architectures. These chips use novel computational approaches like wafer-scale integration and in-memory computing to reduce the energy costs of data movement, which can account for up to 60% of AI training energy consumption. By redesigning the fundamental hardware that powers AI, these innovations could dramatically reduce the technology's environmental footprint. More radical approaches are also gaining traction in the AI community. A consortium of MIT, Stanford, and Berkeley researchers has launched the Small Language Model Initiative, focused on developing compact, specialized AI models that can achieve near state-of-the-art performance with orders of magnitude less computational resources. Their recent demonstration showed that a domain-specific 2 billion parameter model could match the performance of general-purpose 175 billion parameter models for specific medical applications while consuming just 1.5% of the energy. This represents a fundamentally different philosophy in AI development, moving away from the bigger is always better approach that has dominated the field, and toward precisely tailored models that maximize efficiency for specific use cases. These smaller models not only consume less energy during training but also require fewer computational resources during deployment, potentially enabling sophisticated AI capabilities on devices that don't require constant connection to energy-intensive data centers. Technical solutions alone won't be sufficient to address AI's environmental impact. The European Union's AI Act, finalized in March 2024, includes the world's first provisions for environmental impact assessment of high-risk AI systems. Companies deploying foundation models exceeding certain computational thresholds must now document energy consumption and implement mitigation strategies. This regulatory approach recognizes that market forces alone may not adequately address environmental externalities. Several major AI research organizations, including Anthropic and Hugging Face, have begun publishing detailed environmental impact reports alongside their technical papers. a practice that could become standard across the field. This transparency allows researchers, companies, and policymakers to make more informed decisions about AI development and deployment. The emergence of carbon-aware computing as a formal discipline within computer science departments at universities like Stanford and at Zurich suggests that the next generation of AI researchers will be trained with sustainability considerations as a core design principle, potentially shifting the field's priorities over time. The tension between technological advancement and environmental stewardship is particularly acute because AI represents one of humanity's most promising tools for addressing climate challenges. Climate scientists at the University of Oxford have estimated that AI applications in climate modeling, renewable energy optimization, and intelligent grid management could potentially reduce global carbon emissions by 4 to 8% by 2030. However, if AI development continues along its current energy-intensive trajectory, the technology's growing carbon footprint could significantly offset these climate benefits. This creates a complex paradox. We need advanced AI to help solve climate problems, but developing those AI systems using current approaches could worsen the very problems they aim to solve. Finding the right balance between advancing AI capabilities and minimizing environmental impact represents one of the most important technological challenges of our time. It requires not just technical innovation but also careful consideration of how we value different types of progress and how we measure success in technological development. As we navigate this complex landscape, the ultimate challenge will be ensuring that artificial intelligence lives up to its promise as a transformative technology that enhances human capability while remaining aligned with the broader goal of creating a sustainable future. This requires a fundamental rethinking of how we develop AI systems and what we optimize for. Instead of pursuing raw performance at any cost, the field may need to adopt new metrics that balance capability with resource efficiency. The path forward likely requires a combination of technological innovation, regulatory frameworks, and shifts in industry priorities. Companies may need to accept longer development timelines or slightly lower performance in exchange for dramatically reduced environmental impacts. Consumers and enterprise users might need to become more conscious of the hidden environmental costs of the AI services they use. And researchers will need to continue developing novel approaches that deliver powerful AI capabilities with a fraction of the current resource requirements. The decisions made in the next few years by AI developers, policymakers, and users will shape not just the future of artificial intelligence, but also its relationship with the natural systems that sustain all life on Earth. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence presents us with a profound dilemma. While AI offers unprecedented tools to address humanity's greatest challenges, including climate change itself, its development comes with significant environmental costs that cannot be ignored. The massive carbon footprint of training large language models, the staggering water consumption of semiconductor manufacturing, and the exponential growth in computational demands all point to an unsustainable trajectory if left unchecked. Yet there is reason for cautious optimism. From sparse activation techniques and carbon-aware scheduling to the small language model initiative and specialized hardware, innovative approaches are emerging that could dramatically reduce AI's resource demands. Combined with regulatory frameworks like the EU's AI Act and shifting industry priorities toward environmental transparency, these developments suggest a path forward where AI can fulfill its transformative potential without undermining our planet's ecological systems. The coming decade will be decisive. The choices made by researchers, companies, policymakers, and users will determine whether AI becomes a net positive or negative force for environmental sustainability. By acknowledging the hidden costs of our technological progress and consciously steering development toward more efficient approaches, we can ensure that artificial intelligence helps build a future that is not just more capable, but also more sustainable for all life on Earth. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for updates. Your feedback is appreciated. We hope to see you again.